So yes, this is lecture number 16 on the topic cell, the unit of life, right? Up to now, what all things we have learned, can we all recap all the things? What all things we have learned? Prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell differences we have learned. Then prokaryotic cell in detail we have learned. Cell envelope, right? Outermost is glycocalyx, followed by cell wall, followed by cell membrane, right? Then inside plasmid is present that we talked about. Ribosome is present. Then bacterial genome. Yes, so that was prokaryote. Then we switched to eukaryote. In eukaryote, what we learned? In eukaryote, what did we learn? Again, we started the same thing from the outermost covering. We took plant cell, we learned about cell wall. Then we learned about cell membrane. And now we are learning about endomembrane system. In endomembrane system, up to now, we had discussed about what? Endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. Remember, right? Yes? Endoplasmic reticulum is the structure which is present in closest proximity to the nucleus, right? It is present in closest proximity to the nucleus. Then we had talked about this, that we get smooth and rough. Smooth function is to make lipids and steroids, all these things. Rough, protein synthesis. Why? Because rough is granular in nature. We can just make a diagram, right? I hope you know how to do it now, right? If this is the nucleus and it has what? Endoplasmic reticulum. So it has cisternae, tubules and vesicles. I hope you know on the cisternae ribosomes are present with the help of ribophorins. You remember it, right? Ribophorins 1 and 2 helps in the attachment of ribosome on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. Then you also have smooth. Smooth can be in the form of vesicles or it can be in the form of tubules. They will make lipids, sterols, all those things. This will make proteins. Right? After endoplasmic reticulum, in the endomembrane system, whose entry? Golgi body's entry. Right? So Golgi bodies, it also consists of cisternae, tubules and vesicles. Right? So the part of the Golgi apparatus which receives the endoplasmic reticulum molecules which they have formed, that is what? Cis phase, right? Or forming phase, convex part. Now the part from where it will get matured and it will come out in the form of vesicles, you will call that as trans, right? Or what? Trans or maturing phase, and this is concave in nature. Concave in nature. Maturing phase. Right? So Golgi body functions. What are the functions? Post-translational modification of the proteins. Remember? Post-translational modifications of the proteins. Other than this, sorting of proteins, you can say. Sorting of proteins. Arrangement of proteins. Right? What else? Glycosylation. Glycosylation, you know, adding carbohydrates to lipids, adding carbohydrates to proteins and making it as glycoprotein and glycolipids. That will be done in the Golgi apparatus. Okay. So this is what we had learned up to now in endomembrane system, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum. There are other two structures which come in endomembrane system, right? What are they? lysosomes and vacuoles. Lysosomes and vacuoles. I hope there is no doubt here. Do you have any doubt in Golgi apparatus? Right? So Golgi apparatus functions, you can just have a look at it, that it helps in packaging and transportation of materials. Right? Golgi body is going to pack the molecules and then it will transport it. If it is required in the cell, it will be used in the cell. If it is required outside the cell, it will be sent out. It will be transported out. It helps in glycoproteins, glycolipid synthesis, processes glycosylation, right? Adding carbohydrate to lipids and proteins. Then it can also make pectin compounds, non-cellulose compounds, polysaccharide in plant cell. Why? Because if there are two plant cells, you know, right? The cell wall of plant cell, between the cell wall of plant cell, you get pectate. Remember this? Calcium pectate. Remember middle lamella? I hope you remember, right? So middle lamella is what? Made up of calcium pectate. You require it. What is going to make it? Your Golgi apparatus will make pectins, right? Which is non-cellulosic. It is not cellulose. Some other polysaccharides can also be made by what? Golgi apparatus. Means whatever modifications are required in the protein, in the lipids, whatever your endoplasmic reticulum they have made, in that whatever modifications you required, that will be done by Golgi apparatus. Is that clear? That's the function of Golgi body. Yes? So in your 10th standard, I remember, if I am not wrong, there was a question. What if there was no Golgi apparatus in the cell? What would happen? Do you remember that question? Yes or no? What would happen if there was no Golgi apparatus in the cell? No, it is there in the book, right? So it says what? You just relate it to function. If it is not there, packaging will not be done, transportation will not be done, modification will not be done, right? Sorting will not be done, glycosylation will not be done, lysosomes, vacuoles will not be formed. So many things. And that is how slowly your cell will not be functioning and the cell will die, right? Yes, Raj, thank you. It is in class 9th, yeah? Okay, all right. At least you remember it. Others, they did not say me also that ma'am, it is not in 10th. It's in 9th? Okay. But it is there na somewhere. Now, we are seeing this. That Golgi apparatus from the maturing phase releases vesicles. Right? In the vesicles, you will have what? The secretions of Golgi body. Right? Now, from where these vesicles are coming, my dear children? This is the Golgi body. Membranous structure. From where the vesicles are coming? Jadoo? No. Let's say some synthesis has taken place here. Okay? What will they do, you know? Just see it very carefully. What is going to happen? What I am doing. Can you see something what I have done? Something got formed here. Something got formed here. And then the membrane is getting extended like this. And the something which got formed is coming in this depression. It will come here in the depression. Now what will happen slowly? Cell membrane will extend. Cell membrane, which is plasma membrane, right? The membrane of Golgi body will extend. And what will happen? You got a vesicle. Congratulations. Right? So this is how vesicles will be formed. It is not magic. It is from the membrane of Golgi apparatus itself. They extend out, they cut out, and then you get the vesicles. Got it? And in the vesicles, you will have the secretions. Cool? Now, read the statements over here. A vesicle that bursts from the ER can add its membrane and the contents of its lumen to the cis phase by fusing with the Golgi membrane. So it is talking about how from endoplasmic reticulum Golgi has received it. So endoplasmic reticulum, what happened here? Vesicle came out and that vesicle fused with the membrane of Golgi apparatus, and then the content went into the cis phase, forming phase. Through that, it went into the Golgi apparatus. You want me to repeat it? Endoplasmic reticulum, same process, what I spoke here, right? Same process. It made proteins, it made lipids, whatever, depending on smooth or rough. The membrane will get extended. Content will come here from the lumen of the endoplasmic reticulum. This is the lumen, right? Remember intralumen, inside the endoplasmic reticulum. From there, the content has come here. It will pinch off. Pinch off means it will cut out from there. And then it will fuse with the Golgi apparatus membrane. And then that content will be taken inside the Golgi. Got it? So this is how from endoplasmic reticulum it has come to Golgi. And same process. From Golgi, it will come out into the cytoplasm. The final processing will be done in Golgi body. The trans phase gives rise to vesicles that pinch off and travel to other sites, right? The trans phase of Golgi body, from there the vesicles will pinch off and it will travel to other bodies, other sites, maybe in the cell or outside the cell. Product of endoplasmic reticulum are modified during the transit from cis to trans region. Whatever products you are getting in endoplasmic reticulum, that is getting modified from cis to trans here. Simple, right? Now, see, whatever we learned, that is given here in the form of diagram. Okay? First step, the vesicles are coming from endoplasmic reticulum. Vesicles move from endoplasmic reticulum to Golgi, right? This is Golgi cis phase, this one. So this vesicle is coming from endoplasmic reticulum and fusing with the cis phase of Golgi body. See what is the step next? Vesicles coalesce matlab fuses. The vesicles fuses to form cis Golgi cisternae. They will fuse and they will become the part of cis Golgi apparatus, right? Then what will happen? Maturation will start to take place. Modification will start to take place from cis part to trans part. From cis to trans. In this direction, the maturation will start. Okay? After maturation, what will happen? Vesicles will form and it will leave the Golgi. Vesicles will form. It will leave the Golgi and it will be sent wherever it is required. Right? Then coming to the fifth step. This is very important. Up to here, I explained you before also. So trans phase helps in the shipping. Shipping means what? Transporting. From the trans phase, you will start transporting the packets. Right? Now, vesicles transport some proteins backward to less mature Golgi cisternae where they function. Can you see this, what it is saying? It might happen that some of the vesicles do not contain proper modified proteins. Getting what I am saying? It is human body, right? Some good manufacturing is taking place and some bad manufacturing is taking place, like a machine, factory. Good manufacturing, proper manufacturing, as well as improper manufacturing. So if consider it as a factory, any vesicle which is improper, which is not having proper proteins, will be sent back. Dekho, it will be sent back, so that again it gets modified and comes back proper. Got it? So you should know this. It's not like every vesicles which are coming out from Golgi, they are completely matured. No, they can be sent back to Golgi. Okay, they can even be sent back to endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, they can be even sent back to endoplasmic reticulum. Got it? Some of them can be sent back to Golgi cis phase and some of them can be sent back to endoplasmic reticulum. I don't require these proteins. You take it back. You can again, make it properly and then you can give it back to me. So these are hidden processes. These are not dealt in the book. In the book, they don't mention it, in NCERT specifically. But you should know this fact also. Okay, that from Golgi, it is helping in transporting, right? So maybe it can transport here if it is needed, and it can transport to the endoplasmic reticulum if it is needed. Got it? Any doubt up to here? You can ask. Is there any doubt up to here? You can ask. Otherwise, we can start with some questions now. Before we start with lysosomes, we will do some questions. Any doubt is there? Golgi body and endoplasmic reticulum? You shouldn't be having any doubts. If yes, ask immediately. No. No doubt? Cool. If there is no doubt, do this question. I am running a poll right away. I have launched a poll on the screen. I hope you can see it. Answer it. Which of the following statements is not true for plasma membrane? Which of the following statements is not true for plasma membrane? As you see these terms, you should immediately think of this. If it was a hard copy, you should have underlined this so that you don't get confused. Okay, not true. Which one is not true? It is present in both plant and animal. True. Right? Lipid is present as a bilayer in it. True. Proteins are present, integrated, as well as loosely associated with the lipid bilayer. True. Peripheral is loosely attached and intrinsic is tightly attached. Carbohydrates is never found in it. True or false? False. Carbohydrate is found, right? So what is the correct answer? Which is not true? Carbohydrate is never found in it. Right? Yes, because carbohydrates we get. Yeah, so one student has not answered. I don't know who has not answered. But rest all, you have answered it correct. 100% accuracy. Congrats. Now do this question. I'm relaunching the poll on the screen. Which of the following is not considered as endomembrane system? Which one? Golgi, peroxisome, vacuole, lysosome. Which one is not considered under endomembrane system? What comes under endomembrane? Golgi, endoplasmic, lysosome, vacuole. right? Now find out what is new here. You will get it. Peroxisome. I saw one student has gone for option C, peroxisome, right? Sorry, vacuole. So vacuole is part of endomembrane system, right? So peroxisome is what? Not part of endomembrane system, right? Yes. One student is not answering. I hope you don't know, right? You don't know how to do it. I hope you know the answer at least. Yeah? No, Azam. I will tell you what peroxisome is. Okay? I will tell you what is peroxisome is. It is found in plant cells. Okay? Most of them, they are found in plant cells. They can be found in animal cell as well. What is the function? I will tell you. Okay, later. What is their functions, what they do, what they are. We will be learning about it. It is a cell organelle. It is not a kind of lysosome. Okay? Now, coming to lysosomes and vacuoles. Lysosomes and vacuoles. So lysosomes, this is clear, right? That lysosome is going to be formed from Golgi apparatus. The vesicles which will be coming out, right? They will be in the form of lysosome. Not all of them, some of them. Okay? So, lysosomes show different structure. Lysosomes show different structure, and that is called as polymorphism. Poly, more than one. Morphism, external structures. So, lysosome show more than one structure. That is why it is called as, or it is said that it shows polymorphism. What it shows? Polymorphism. So let us see how it is formed. Just see it carefully. This is Golgi complex. From Golgi complex, can you see? The vesicle has come out. And this vesicle is primary lysosome. Can you see something has happened here? Secondary lysosome. Right? Primary lysosome, secondary lysosome. What all things are happening? Right now you will not understand. But one thing you can understand, that lysosomes are coming from Golgi bodies. That is clear, right? That lysosomes are coming from Golgi body. Now, you can understand this also. Nothing is difficult in it. But first you understand this. Then you will automatically understand what is happening here. Okay? The first lysosome which got formed just now when a baby has taken birth. Similarly, just now the lysosome has been formed from Golgi body. That will be called as primary lysosome. Okay, just now from the trans phase of the Golgi body, a vesicle has come out. That is primary lysosomes. Primary lysosomes. Any doubt? Any doubt here? Yes? So in primary lysosome, everything will be inactive. All the enzymes which are present in the primary lysosome, that will be inactive. That will not be functioning. Primary lysosome. Just now a lysosome has been formed. Now, secondary lysosome. It is also called as heterophagosome. Heterophagosome or digestive vacuole. Digestive vacuole. I will tell you what it is. Imagine a cell Understand it very carefully. Imagine a cell. Cell has taken something inside. Cell has taken something inside. Now, this food is inside, right? The outside, the molecule which was present, food molecule, it has come inside. So what it has done? It has taken the food inside, eating, phagocytosis. Remember, cell eating is phagocytosis. It has come inside. Now, this structure, which is consisting the food, which needs to be digested, right? Yes, you need to break it down. It needs to be digested. We will see later how it is going to get digested. First of all, what it is called as? What it is called as? It has done phagocytosis, cell eating. Inside the cell, you have swallowed it. So what is it? Phagocytosis. The process. What will you be calling it? The process is phagocytosis. The vesicle, which is consisting of this food, what will you be calling it? Tell me. Phagosome. What will you be calling it? Phagosome. Now, listen to me very carefully. You have your primary lysosome, which has inactive digestive enzymes. Which has what? Inactive digestive enzyme. What do you require? You require these food particles to be digested. It will require digestive enzymes. Yes or no? Where do you get them? In the lysosome. Which lysosome? Primary. What will happen? They will merge. Both of them will merge and become one. They will merge and they will become one. And that structure will be called as what? Secondary lysosome. Getting? And this secondary lysosome, you can also call it as heterophagosome. Phagosome plus primary lysosome will make heterophagosome. Now, this is also called as digestive vacuole. What are the terms for it? Heterophagosome. Then you can also call it as digestive vacuole. You can also call it as secondary lysosome. So here digestive enzymes were there. Now food has come. It has to act. It has to do something, right? It has to break the food. Now should the digestive enzyme be inactive or it should become active? Think. Should it become inactive or should it become active? It is already inactive. Should it become active now? Yes or no? Should it become active now? Yes or no? Yes. So now you know that in secondary lysosome, the digestive enzymes become active. So once it becomes active, it will do what? It will degrade the food particles. It will digest the food particle. Got it? That is secondary lysosome. I hope there is any doubt. I hope there is no doubt up to here. If there is any doubt, you can ping me. Okay? So primary and secondary. Now come to this. The third form of lysosome. Residual body. Residual body. Now what is this? They are formed from digestive and autophagic vacuoles, which contain only undigested materials. Which contain only undigested materials. Now see, it has done what? It has done the work. It will be sure that some food particles will be undigested. Some it can digest some it will not be able to digest. So the undigested part will be sent in one structure. Undigested structures. From here, now you will get what? Undigested food particle. And that undigested food particle, you will be giving out of the cell. You don't require it, right? It is waste. So you will give out of the cell. Giving out is what? Cell vomiting. Cell vomiting, right? Aphagy, or it is coming out of the cell. Exocytosis. Exocytosis means what? Exo means outside. Cytosis, outside the cell. So what is happening? Exocytosis is happening. And these are what, my dear children? These are residual bodies. These are residual bodies which contains undigested food particles. Undigested food particles. Now, this is something which you got rid of. You have given it out of the cell. Now, let's say your cell has got something which is very dangerous, right? It can't give it to some other cell. It can't send it outside. So what it has to do? What it has to do, the final step? Destroy it completely, right? Destroy it completely. Self-death, right? So what is the fourth and last thing? Autophagic vacuoles. Okay. So whatever, let's say any cell organelle is not functioning, any mitochondria is not functioning in your cell, there is no need of it now. What will you do? You will break it down. Mitochondria is made up of so many things. Na? Two membrane will be there, DNA, ribosomes, so many things will be there. Now it is not functioning. What we will do? Break it again. Break it, break it, break it, break it. And again our body will use it for something else. Right? Like a factory only, recycle. Our cell also recycles things. Right? Our cells also recycle things. So whenever any organelle, any old organelle or dead organelle, right, is there in the cell, what will happen? A membrane will surround them, and in the membrane inside part you will get all the dead part of the cell, and then what will happen? You will degrade it. Autolysis. You will degrade it. Okay, that is autophagic vacuoles. So fourth one, this was the first one, primary. This is second one, secondary. This is residual body. Now what if some organelle is not functioning? Dead organelle. What will happen? Again, the primary lysosome, it has digestive enzyme, right? Primary lysosome will cover it. So many primary lysosome will come and it will cover it. Because primary lysosome has digestive enzyme, it will degrade it. So now the dead organelles, what will happen? Will be degraded. How? This primary lysosome which got fused with this, what was the goal? What was the aim? To degrade it. Torna, autolysis. So how it will be degraded? By autolysis. Okay, that is why these type of lysosomes, you will call it as autophagic vacuoles or autophagic lysosomes. All right. So there will be a membrane covering it. Then there will be primary lysosome covering it. And finally, you will get autophagic. Auto matlab self. Phagic matlab self-eating. self-eating. It is eating its own cell organelle parts, right? That is why sometimes it might happen that so many things are not functioning. So many components of the cell, they are not functioning. What will lysosome do? It will release the entire content, or lysosome will increase in size, or several lysosome will be formed. Several lysosome will be formed, right? Several autophagic vacuoles will be formed, and then it will degrade everything, and that is called as autolysis, or what? Self-death, or what? That is why lysosome is called as suicidal bag. Suicidal bag. Lysosome is also called as suicidal bags. Okay. Any doubt up to here? Any doubt? Lysosome, how it is formed? What can be the functions of it? Any doubt, you can let me know. Is there any doubt? So that is lysosome. Okay. Yes? Is there any doubt in lysosome? Anyone has any doubt? No? So that's all about it. Okay. Endomembrane system. We learned endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosomes. Now you have the answer of this question. Why lysosomes are called a suicidal bag? Yes. If lysosomes are there, doesn't mean that always they will, die, or they will cause the death of the cell. No. They will cause suicide. No. Whenever it is required. You can see there are several other functions also. The primary one became secondary when it got fused with the phagosome. Now, the undigested from this secondary will be sent out as residual body. Now, the cell components which are degraded, as in not of any use, vacuole will surround them. Then primary lysosome will surround them. It will do autolysis. And if it is so many are there and so many are functioning, cell will die. Suicidal bag. That is why it is called as. Right? Tell me, what kind of enzymes lysosomes have? Digestive enzymes. ठीक है? Digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes. So digestive enzymes, the property has what? Breaking property. It has which property? Breaking property. So hydrolytic property. Right? Hydrolytic, breaking. Hydrolysis. Right? It breaks down. Now tell me one more thing. What is the pH of lysosome? Is it acidic or is it basic? What is the pH of lysosome? Acidic or basic? First of all, tell me what is the pH of cell? Cytoplasm. If this is the cell and this is cytoplasm and this is lysosome. Cytoplasm pH is what? Slightly basic. Awesome. 7.2. Slightly basic. And lysosome, digestive enzyme, right? Breakdown, autolytic. So lysosome pH will be acidic. It will be somewhere around 5. So how the pH will be acidic? It will require what? H+. So H+ will be pumped. I will not tell you, you tell me. See, H+ it is taking inside. Listen to me very carefully. H+ it is taking inside from lower concentration to higher, right? Because pH is here, basic. It means H+ will be less here. That is why pH is basic. Following me? Yes or no? It is basic. It means H+ is less here, right? But still, you are transporting it to lysosome. From lower to higher concentration. Already it has some H+. So tell me, it is active process or passive process? Active process or passive process? From lower to higher, what it should be? Active, right? So it is active process. So if it is active, what will you be requiring? Pump. So hydrogen pump will be there, which will pump hydrogen from cytoplasm to lysosome, and the pH of lysosome is 5. Now let me see how much your concepts got clear. Check for understanding. Let's say by some means, lysosome membrane got degraded and the content of lysosome got spread out in the cytoplasm. The content of cytoplasm got spread out in the cytoplasm. Tell me what will happen. Will the entire cell get degraded or will the enzyme get inactivated? What will happen? Think and tell me. What was the question? Did you get it? You want me to unmute you? Anyone wants to answer? Anyone wants to try? देखो मैंने क्या पूछा, लाइसोसोम मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर है, लाइसोसोम का एंजाइम मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर है. अगर बाय चांस मेम्ब्रेन टूट गया तो मेम्ब्रेन की चीजें लीक हो गई साइटोप्लाज्म में. If the content of the lysosomes leak into the cytoplasm, if the content of the lysosome leak into the cytoplasm, will there be any effect on the cell? Yes or no? Will the cytoplasm content be affected by the lysosomes enzymes? Yes or no? सब yes पे click कर रहे. वाह. Lysosome, understand this. That is why I gave you this concept now, pH concept. Lysosomes enzyme work at which pH? Acidic 5. Right? Now, if the content of lysosome are leaking out into the cytoplasm, will they be active? No. Why? Because the pH over here is 7.2. The pH of cytoplasm will not allow the lysosomes content to be in the active form. They will be inactive. Got it? These things no one will teach you, right? I have asked this now. These are concepts, right? So when I teach you something, develop that concept slowly. Okay? Got it? Any doubt in lysosome? That is all, right? Yes, thank you so much.